Hey guys, I'm Myle, this is Leon, and today we're going to talk about the Following You production. I think I wrote this song about half a year ago. My girlfriend just broke up with me. I had an acoustic guitar in my room, and I was still overwhelmed by all the feelings I was having. You know, jamming around with this idea, and basically I started producing around the idea of Following You, and now we're going to take a look into the first version I sent to Leon. I'm telling him I have a new song. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, I still feel close to us, yeah. While I've already given up, yeah.
Right here.
So tell me why I'm following you.
Totally different.
Yeah.
With all my love, I try to find you, following through. So tell me why I'm following you. With all my love,
So that was Following You, my last version, and then everything went to Leon. And now we're going to take a look at the last production step before we sent it off to the mixing engineer, and then to everything else.
Yeah.
So let's take a look. What I really wanted to do is I wanted to like capture this nostalgia that I was still having, because you know the breakup was super fresh and I was going through this rough time, so I still felt like, you know, I have to incorporate that feeling in the production. So what I did was I took an old video of my girlfriend and I think it was like also a year ago or something. I put this film projector sample under it, and then we sampled her voice out of it. Yeah,
It's reversed.
I reversed it because, or else you would like understand what we were actually saying back then. So just to give it that vibe of nostalgia. And that's what really is happening in the background of the intro. And with that comes also the acoustic guitar and the choir that is also playing. So there's the choir.
You can hear those.
Yeah. Exactly.
Without effects, it's really.
Yeah,
really
it's
kind of
empty. It's
yeah.
like empty without the effects. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what's going on. There's also a vinyl texture going through all of the verses, just to give it that like analog touch a bit. And I wanted it to seem like I was sitting in my room playing the acoustic guitar, like the way I wrote it. I wanted it to have like in the production. So let's take a look at the verse 1 to see what's going on there.
we lost a connection. Your words are still echoing. It came unexpected, from lovers to history.
Yeah. So how about we take a look at, like, the acoustic guitar, I think everybody understands, but I wanted it to be a bit more modern, to have like this boost from a synthesizer.
Mhm.
So we've got the keys.
You mean this one?
Yeah, exactly. I've got, yeah.
So it sounds like this. Very pluggy.
Yeah.
And really kind of combines very nicely with the acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
You know? The attack.
Yeah.
Really like it. What?
Exactly. So they join together and it forms like this one instrument that sounds a bit more full. And that's basically all that really happens. I mean, there's another echo shout from the vocals also there.
Yeah, we can.
Exactly. So your words are still echoing. A.
Yeah.
That's it, basically. So no rocket science there. Then in the pre-chorus, I wanted it to, you know, kind of lift up. And I'm a super fan of choirs. So there was this massive choir that I wanted to have in there to like fill it and lift it up. So the chorus has more gravity. Let's solo out the vocals here. Exactly. So there's this big choir going on to kind of lift it up, and that's super necessary in order to have a complete drop into the chorus after that,
Yeah.
or else you have to make it big to make small things seem to be a big change, if you get what I mean. So we had to make this huge so the anti-drop really works. Exactly.
We got some keys.
Yeah, let's take a look at that.
And I think a very nice guitar. Let's hear this.
Oh, yeah,
this one
exactly.
too.
So a friend of mine, I got to know him in Hamburg. He's a really good guitar player, and he played these guitars here.
Oh, yeah,
They're super fitting.
Hear it first, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
It's got great 80s touch. I
And
really like it.
so nice.
Yeah. Exactly. And then we've got some more keys and risers and effects just to lift this entire thing up.
Yeah. Let's maybe have a look on the drop itself.
Yeah.
Because, everything is rising and we got a clean or like empty 3 or 4 from
So
the beat.
we've got like a clear cut exactly on the 4th note.
Yeah, it's on. Yeah.
So everything's like completely gone there to have this already given 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, boom. That we've got this cut.
So tell me what.
Yeah,
So it's like inhaling,
yeah.
exhaling, kind
Yeah.
of. It pulls you in a bit more.
Yeah. Also tension and release.
Yeah,
Kind of.
exactly.
Mhm.
So let's take a look at the drop. What actually happens right here.
So tell me what, tell me why, tell me why I'm following you. So tell me. I know I won't deny the truth, still following you.
So I think the most important instrument is like the bass and the kick
Yeah.
combined with the vocals. So let's just listen to bass and kick, and then listen to the vocals.
It's so huge.
Yeah. And then we've got, so much room for the vocals. So it's just, low end, everything down there. And then we've got so much space for the hook, which is also supported by an additional choir section.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So let's take a look at the vocals here.
So tell me what, tell me why, tell me why I'm following you. I know I won't deny the truth, still following you.
Yeah, so we've got kind of a backing vocal role played by the So Tell Me's. The So Tell Me! And then we've got the main vocals, but added and stacked up on each other, that it's not only one vocal singing, it's like, it feels like 100, basically. So, all together, one more time.
So tell me what, tell me why, tell me why I'm following you. So tell me.
Exactly.
I know I won't deny the truth, still following
Yeah,
you.
let's carry on.
Do you feel better? Is it the change that you wanted in the end?
Exactly.
Well, I'm wishing it's over, waiting for closure. Can I get closer?
So, what I really like about this part, the verse, the second verse specifically, is we've got it kind of floating. So there's a lot of synthesizers, there's a lot of reverb going on, just supporting the guitar. So let's check out what the synthesizers are doing and then combine that with the guitar to see what really happens there.
Yeah.
And combine that with the guitar.
Very nice. Like on the left, very roomy sound,
Yeah.
So, and this one, I really love this one.
Yeah, it's just got a very warm sound.
Yeah.
But what I really like about it, it doesn't sound... it doesn't have that really happy sound. It has that kind of introverted,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
It's like this
But
calm
let's-
sadness in a way.
Let's take a listen without the 1 octave down
Yeah, without the pitch.
you know? Yeah. So it's not. Yeah, it's funny again, kind of.
Oh yeah, I actually forgot we pitched it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And here we've got some automations. Modern art. Well.
Yeah, it's very nice. Just playing with the reverb.
Oh, okay, so that's the reverb automation now.
Yeah.
Now I get it. All
Yeah.
right, cool. So that's basically, you know, we had this like drop chorus part, which is super dry and direct and in your face. So to contrast that, the second verse is kind of, you know, roomy, kind of floating around, and just tries to maintain this vibe. So after that, we're transitioning back into the pre, which is basically the same, just with more instruments.
Yeah.
Like way more. So we heard the vocals before, but let's take a look at the other things that we put in here additionally.
Just mute them.
Yeah.
And then we go like this.
So tell me.
Exactly. So there's so many things going on. I don't know what we should take a look at first. There's
My personal favorite is there it is.
the acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
love it so much.
So my roommate. Yeah. What it does is it's basically, this is Max, my roommate. He plays the guitar. He's an amazing guitar player. And we were jamming around with this, with the acoustic guitars for this song. And he had this really cool idea to like use the acoustic guitar more rhythmically, to like lift up the pre. So shout outs to Max. This was a great idea and it lifted this entire thing up more. So we're taking a look at the additional instruments and things that were put into the production to like give it more of a weight. So let's take a look.
Getting bigger.
Yeah. Pulling towards. And what we saw again is in the 53, we have, you know, everything again cut away. So we've got again this inhale, exhale, this tension and release thing going on.
Yes.
So it kind of pulls you back into the chorus again.
Yeah. But with this huge drum fill.
Exactly.
It's so.
Exactly. So those are the toms. Nico, a really, really good part of this team. He is the drummer, or in the production, he's part of the drummers.
Yeah.
Basically, there's a few. So he was the one who said, this needs, you know, it needs some fill, it needs a tom fill, it needs something going on. So he had this idea of, you know, people wanting to do the air drums with it, like on a festival, like boom, 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 you know, So that's kind of where we're coming from here. So everything, you know, lifts to the 53, then it goes away, and then we've got that boom, 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 and then it drops into the second chorus.
Yes. So we layered those, like I think those were samples.
Yeah, those
You
were
made
samples.
this? Yeah.
Exactly.
So and then we got like the real toms.
Yeah.
Also additionally on it, like this too.
So we've got real toms, sample toms, all together.
Yeah, and it sounds like this.
Exactly. And that also everything what you see, you know, right above in purple, those are all risers just pulling to the 53. So we've got like rising, filled, back.
Yeah.
So it's kind of this like emotional roller coaster pulling you like through all the sections. What it's kind of about, you know.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the second chorus because we put a few more things in there. Yeah, let's just give it a listen.
So tell me why, tell me why, tell me why I'm following you. So tell
chorus.
Tell me why I'm following, following, following you. I know I won't deny the truth. Still following, following, following you.
So we've got, snaps, we cut it directly to the point, and basically between the 54 and 62, there's not too many new things going on. It's just a bit more heavy, with a few additional samples we put in there. But the chorus number 2, so starting at 62, basically is a bit larger because we put in the entire drum set.
Yeah.
We put in many guitars.
The real one.
And
everything.
even the real drum set. So let's take a look at the drums for a minute. Here are the entire drums, samples with the analog drums we also recorded for this song all together.
Yeah.
So it's super massive, and it keeps on getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And like the finale basically is happening at the last part where that na-na-na choir basically hits and everything's like together and massive. So that's basically where the drums are coming from.
Yeah, but I think there are like some 80s guitars.
Yeah, let's check out the 80s guitars. That's a great idea.
And because they come in too.
All right, so yeah, so everything in purple right now is Felix, basically playing the 80s pads and sounds. Over that, we've got Hannes. He's playing the plugged sounds of gu-gu-gum sound. And what I really like about this project is we had so many musicians.
Yeah.
I mean, we had Tillman, we had Nico on the drums, both of them. We had 3 guys, amazing dudes playing guitar, Max, Hannes, and Felix.
Yeah.
And we had bass and keys. And we also have an amazing singer, which also additionally supported me with choir and backings. So I'd really like to take a look at what's really going on there in just a minute. So after the second chorus, basically, we're going into this bridge A part thing. I didn't want it to go down directly. I wanted to lift it up a bit further. So we're basically changing the chord structure, first of all, which is important because that kind of changes everything suddenly, because I never change the chords basically in the entire song, just in this part I do. So let's take a look at that section.
Yeah, let's hear it all together at first.
Yeah, is this the way we both divide? I didn't know right now. Nostalgia kicks me back to the start, yes. Tell me what.
Exactly. So, what we can hear in the background are the vocals of Selma. I'd really like to take a look at that because I had an amazing vocal session with her. She's such a relaxed person, but when she sings, she sounds like this huge gospel choir. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
So let's take a look at the choirs and what she really did in this part.
Yeah, is this the way we both depart? I need to know right now. Nostalgia kick me back to the start, I need to know.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we're basically distorting a huge gospel choir to make this sound like even bigger than it is.
Yeah. So huge.
Yeah. And basically all of this, only this like highlight of the song, pulls into the section where everything like kind of closes down.
Yeah. Maybe before we move on.
Yeah.
Maybe there are so much guitars also.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Let's check out the guitars for a minute.
So happy now with the drums?
Yeah. Exactly. So that's everything combined, but only guitar and drums, basically. And then all of that, you know, high tension, dramatic momentum is shifted into this section where everything closes down. And I really, really wanted it to feel kind of like the intro, you know, to like, because it's the entire song is about me not being able to let go, me like starting to move on, back at the beginning, starting again, back at the beginning. So this repetition, that's why I really wanted to be back in the same feeling that the first verse and the intro had. So that's why we've got the vocal samples again, we've got the sample of the projector, and it's kind of closing down into this super intimate moment.
Yeah.
Tell me why, tell me why, tell me why I'm following you. And on I try to find you, following you. So yeah.
Exactly. So we had basically only my main vocals, then a tiny reply of Selma, that we have like this little conversation almost between us two. And that's basically it. There's not really too much happening here. Only to pull us back into the last chorus part, which is still kind of like the second chorus, but then this entire new part is introduced with the choir. And that's exactly where it's like shifted super high. So let's take a look.
Yeah,
what's really going on.
We got a lot of drums.
Yeah.
Also like percussions coming in. And yeah, it's huge.
Let's give it a listen.
So tell me why, tell me why, tell me why I'm following you. So tell me, tell me why I'll never break through. Following you.
So there was so much we had in there, and this is the cleaned version. So there was even more before, and we are at 400 layers, I think. 405, holy crap. Yeah, so it's kind of a big session. I think most of all because of the vocals. So let's take a listen.
Following you. Following you.
Yeah. So that entire thing is happening. And, you know, this was like the moment where I saw myself, you know, just like screaming it out. Like, that's the point, I don't know, where you're finally letting go of things, where you finally, you know, got that motivation, that boost to carry on. And that leads us basically, I think, what more is there to say? What more is there to show in this section?
The drums.
Yeah.
Again, because
the drums are now at the highest, loudest, most massive point possible. So let's take a look at that, and perhaps additionally join the bass with it. That we can take a listen.
With the epic.
Yeah. now basically that all leads us to the final point in the outro. Basically a cappella
Yeah.
with just a bit of drums. I think there's not even drums in this part anymore.
Just a kick.
Just
Yeah.
the kick.
Yeah.
And bass and guitar.
Yeah.
So let's just give it a listen.
Following you.
And that was it. Yeah. So that's basically the entire production. It's 400, amazing 400 files big.
Oh.
There's so much going on. It took us way longer than Late Night High. I would have never thought we would take longer. We really have to be a bit faster the next few times. But it was an amazing journey. I mean, half a year ago, I would have never thought, this small idea in my room would end up, or out of this really annoying and, I don't know, like emotional situation, actually something good like this could form out of. So thank you to all of the people playing and taking part of this song. Thank you, Selma, for singing. Thank you, Tillman and Nico for the drums and percussion. Thank you, Hannes, Max, and Felix for the guitars. Thank you, Leon, for the bass and keys.
No problem.
And thank you for watching. And
Thank you for writing this
Yeah.
beast.
So thanks for watching. I hope there was perhaps a few things that you, learned or you found very interesting. So see you with the next song. See you soon.
Yeah.